What's up, guys? I'm Ashton. Welcome back to Lady Motovang. So I hope you guys liked the last Will It Run video where I got this bad boy kicked over. My buddy said he'd never seen a kickstart that easy before. It was more like a step start. It really, really wanted to go. So she is going to fire up just great. When I finally get her idling, hopefully everything's good on the top end rebuild that I did. But I'm waiting on some carb parts to come in. So I'm not going to be able to work on any of the tuning or anything like that today. But I did have a little bit of time, so I wanted to come out here and find something I could do on this bike. I thought I'd do something kind of fun and unnecessary, and I'm gonna basically make a little custom part for it. It's not gonna be anything super hard, I hope. I've done this kind of stuff before. Let me show you what we're getting into today. We're just gonna have like a little hangout tinker sesh for this video. All right, so this, for you guys who are new to the channel, you don't know, this is a 1963 Honda CL72. That is stock, a 250 engine, but somebody has put in a CL77, which is a 305, bore out kit in here. So these have 3 over CL77 pistons in it. So it is bigger than a 250, bigger than a 305, I don't know. But this is kind of it was a race bike, I'm pretty sure. So what Honda did was they made a few of these in the 60s, as you guys know. If you bought something like a Super Hawk, you would have had the same motor in here, but it would have come with a starter, unlike this Scrambler version, which was kickstart only. So you can see on the front here, this is where the starter motor would have been mounted. And the starter clutch and everything would have been back in there. So at some point, because this didn't come with the starter, there was a cover plate that went on here for the Scrambler. So somebody has taken that off at some point and not put it back on. Now I didn't want to order one because it seemed like something that could be pretty easily made, pretty straightforward. I've got some aluminum sheet that I can cut, and I think that I'm just gonna make my own today. It seems like something that I would be able to tackle pretty easily, and maybe even customize it a little bit. So just something to come out here and do. So I've got a bunch of leftover. These are Honda screws that I keep. So what I'll do is I'll take these out and I'll replace them with these Allens. So I've got these leftover. I always keep these. A lot of these are really boogered up, but I don't want to throw them away just in case I get in some kind of pinch. All right, so I think I have everything I need. I've got some sheet aluminum, and all I really need to do, I think, is make a template and then figure out if I want to put some kind of cool design on the front, little custom design on it, and just get it mounted on the front here to keep like dirt and stuff from the road like out of the side of the crankcase. So let's figure it out together. All right, so here's the game plan. I've got some extra packing paper. I'm going to tape this on to the front of the motor. I'm going to cut it down, and then I'm going to take my Sharpie. I'm going to trace the edges of where I need to cut this out. I'm going to mark where the holes are, trace it onto here. I'll use my snips, get it cut kind of down to size, and then I'm going to use my Dremel and cut any of the extra off that I need to. Dremel is really good for fine work, and since this is aluminum, I'm not going to get the little die grinder out that I have. And then before I put it back on, I've got these little engraving bits that go on the Dremel, and I'm going to put something cool on the front and get it mounted up. I'll use this to drill the holes, and then I'll either use a file or a deburr tool and get everything cleaned up on the edge. And hopefully this is not going to take me more than this one shed session to get done. So let's get started. All right, so hopefully this will be a good spot and you guys will be able to see what I'm doing. I won't get in the way too much. Got this. I'm going to help myself out for once and tape this. Now, I don't have a lot of time today, but I'm trying to work on getting out more videos. Well, this tape's too old. Get this on here. But yeah, I figured, I'll just be better about uploading if I just show you guys more of the small stuff. Not worry about putting out videos that where I've got like a bunch of, like a big part of the project done. I'll just, that might not stick because it's oily. You know what? I think a lead pencil would be a lot better for this. All right, that's as good as that's gonna get. But I don't have the paper moving around. It's doing pretty good. All right, let's see. Did I do it right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is not a hole. All right, let's get this cut out and then lay it back up on here and see how close I was. I think I'm happy with that. This is just, that one's not going to be fun to screw in there. But, yeah, that looks good to me. I gotta say, this part of the builds, it's my favorite, where I can like be a little creative. Or just really just like problem solve and figure out a way to not, you know, have to buy something. I'm left-handed and I need to be right-handed right now. Think it'll work? I think so. Gloves. See if these snips will do the job for me. Well, luckily, I use scissors and the like right-handed, because they don't really make a lot of left-handed scissors, so I had to learn right-handed. This is definitely not like scientifically accurate. All right, I think it's Dremel time. My hand hurts. Not bad. I don't care to do much better than that. So I'm going to clean up the edges. You can engrave with these, but also do a little bit of fine tuning on the edge here with these real quick. Then I need to triple check before I start punching holes, make sure I'm good so I don't have to make way oversized holes in order to get them to work. But clean up these edges, and then we'll see about getting this thrown on here. I'll test fit it and then see if I can put a little design on it. It's a little wonky. Looks good. All right, so I had to switch from the screws to a couple of Allen bolts and a couple of regular Honda bolts that I took off. So I actually had to cut this one down because the frame was in the way. I dug these up. This one works fine. This one would have worked fine if the frame wasn't already in the way. So I just cut it down. It'll be fine. So now I'm just going to start plugging holes in this plate with speed and accuracy. Luckily, this is not a important part. Bam! I definitely have better, more accurate ways of doing this. That one was too big. Or was it? No, that scared me. I just don't like how it looks is all. Whatever. Let's go for this one. Shoo. I'm not getting another metal splinter if I can help it. All right, let's test this out. All right, moment of truth. Might be a little off, which I think we all saw that coming, didn't we? That top corner one is barely off. It needs to come southwest a little bit. Get the file out. This bad boy's gonna be on here today. Fun. I love these little side projects, little side quests. All right, me hollow this one out. Just bring it down, just like a millimeter, really, just enough. And let's figure out what design we want to put on here. All right, I wanted to put a tiger on here, but that would have been a lot. So I went with Lady Motobang initials with these little starburst things. I don't know, I just threw it on there. And it'll be pretty quick, hopefully, for me to etch this on here. So let's do it. I'll be honest, this Dremel is so convenient. You know, like there's so many times where it's like this replaces a tool that I'd have to normally like get the air compressor out. DDD, cool. Not my best work. I think if I like color in the etching part, that took me like 2 minutes. Look, it's kind of filled in now. That was fun. Look at that. Talk about winging it. You guys haven't figured out yet on this channel, I do not take myself seriously at all. All right, let's get this on here. Got my washers. Oops, that's a lock washer. How'd you get in my washers section? I don't know where my little ratcheting wrench is. How's it look? Shitty, just the way I like it. Yeah, I didn't do a bad job. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. That is like really flush right there. This is just been out just a little bit. I can tap that down. Decide to take it back off. I'll fix it. Look at that. That's gnarly. I'm pretty happy with that. My mismatch bolts and stuff. It's keeping with the essence of the bike. So now I don't have to worry about dirt coming in through here. Just, you know, this airtight situation I got going on. I would hate for anything to get in there while I'm riding down the road. But yeah, that was pretty fun. I like that was yeah, I like how that turned out, honestly. All right, well that wraps up my free time this afternoon. I enjoyed that. That was nice. A very low stakes activity for this bike. It's something easy. It wasn't a top end rebuild. It's not rebuilding, doing the brakes or the shocks or anything like that. Just something completely optional and unnecessary, but fun. Just something, just tinkering. So I don't get to do that a lot. And I was really surprised I was able to knock that out in like maybe an hour. So let me know if you guys like this type of video. I'm trying to put more out, so I figured I'll just show more of the small stuff, and I might not have anything major going on, but I did want to do that, and I figured, well, heck, I'll just go ahead and do it. I'm waiting on parts, turn the camera on. So let me know what you guys think. You can give me your professional opinion on my artwork. If you didn't like fun little custom piece, you know, engraving something random on the bike with a Dremel, but low stakes. So it doesn't really change much on the bike. Just cool having something on there that I know I made by hand. And I'll be doing several different things on that bike like this, but it'll probably be like a custom tail light or something later on down the line. Thanks for all my longtime subscribers, my new subscribers. Thanks for coming and checking the channel out. For anybody who's made it to this point of the video and you haven't subscribed yet, as I always say, you don't have to subscribe, but
it'd be a lot cooler if you did.
I'm doing my best. Oh, the sun. OMG. Well, that's not gonna work. Ooh. All right, sorry about that. So I hope